What's up YouTube? It's Eric from the Roll and Grill, back for another video. Today we're going to do pork tenderloin. I'm going hot and fast this pork tenderloin. I'm going to smoke it a little bit, add a little smoke to it, a little pecan and hickory chips today, no chunks. So just sit back and check it out, man. We're going to have a good time today. Again, the start of the show is pork tenderloin. We're going to do a mustard base emulsion that I put together on top of it. Rub it down real good, cook it real hot and fast, and take it to about 145 till it's good and tender. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, YouTube, here's my pork tenderloin. I have two beautiful pork tenderloins. I already cut off all of the silver skin as much as I could, and took off a little bit of the fat. I don't mind the fat at all. It doesn't bother me at all. But everything that's going to go into our mustard base emulsion that I'll be putting on top of it is right here. We got some olive oil, we got some thyme leaves, parsley leaves. They're dry, of course. We got some garlic, some crystal hot sauce, some spicy mustard, and my rub, our grill party dust. So get back, sit back, I said, and we're going to whip it up in a minute and we'll see how it works out. Hopefully everything comes out good. All right, folks, what I've done is I've taken all of this stuff that you see before you, the olive oil, the thyme leaves, parsley flakes, like I said before, the garlic hot sauce, spicy mustard, and one of my all-purpose seasonings. And I've added it all together, and I've made a nice little paste. I've kind of like emulsified the mustard, spicy mustard, and olive oil together. You can see the nice fresh garlic in there, the parsley, thyme leaves, and the hot sauce, and everything. Everything's in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub this down, this pork tenderloin down, with this mixture. And we're going to go ahead and get started on it right now. I've got the grill outside lit. The grill is ready to go. It's probably going to be pumping at about 375, 400, but we'll check it out in a minute. Alright folks, I don't know if you can see this real good. Here's our mixture right here. And like I said, it's mustard base. But man, I wish you could smell it. It smells very, 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 very good. I usually use this on my lamb chops, oven roasted lamb chops, herb crusted. This stuff is like the best glue in the world, man. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All I'm going to basically do is brush this on top of the pork loins. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I know you can't see it right now. But I'm basically, let me see if I can set this camera up for you. I'm basically brushing these pork tenderloins all over with my mixture. I want it to be all over these things. Every swinging bit of it. You could save yourself some hassle and go ahead and drip it on there if you want to, but I'm just trying to brush it on here real nice, paint it on here real pretty. And again, this has plenty of salt in it. And I'm going to go back over this as it's cooking and brush it one more time with this mixture. And that's basically what we're going to do. I don't have any gloves, so excuse my hands. I like to put some gloves on my hands, man. I'm just used to doing that since I cook for a living. But we'll brush both sides, as you can see right here. And like I say, I mean, this stuff smells awesome, man. I mean, the best way to do it is to hook it up, like mix this mustard base marinade, whatever you want to call it, emulsion, whatever you want to call it. Mix it up like a day or two before, let it sit, because the longer it sits, the better it gets. And that's it right there. I'm going to bring the camera over, let you guys take a look at it. I don't know if you can see it that great, but that stuff smells amazing. So that's what we're doing right now. I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm going to go out here and check on the grill, and we'll start cooking. All right, got our coals ready to go. We're going to go ahead and push them in here, but before we do, I'm going to throw on a little bit of pecan chips. Go ahead and pop a little smoke. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. A little pecan and a little bit of hickory. These chips are a great way to get your fire started a lot faster also, especially when they're dry. But like I said, we're going hot and fast, so I don't really care. Alright, got my little assassin grill locked in. Smoke popping. And we'll be back. Alright folks, I've got the wet rub on there. Actually you could do this the night before. Like a day ahead of time, man, and let that let that pork tenderloin sit in that wet rub, man, and it'll probably add so much more flavor to it as it sits overnight. You know, generally I would take like a fork or something and poke it, you know, to let the kind of push the spices down into the meat. But you know, we ain't doing that today. We don't have time for that today. Like I say, we're gonna do this quick, simple, and easy preparation of some beautiful pork tenderloin. I've got the grill lit up and ready to go, so I'll be back in a minute. All right, folks, we got them on the grill. We're about to go ahead and start cooking. Change of plans, though. It's out here raining. It's about to start thundering and going real crazy, so I'm going to run them low and slow. Not really low and slow. I'm going to run them probably about 250. I'm going to let it get to about 250, 275, and just let them roll out to about 145 degrees internal, so we ain't going to play around with this rain today. But before I do that, I'm going to add some wet wood chips to my fire. I like to add a few wet chips, a few hickory and a few pecan chips. Excuse my dirty glove, and wet them down. And I'm gonna add those to my fire to give me some good smoke flavor. And you know, the wet ones, you know, they'll smolder a little bit. They're not gonna burn up as fast as when they're dry. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So we'll be back in a minute. Like I said, folks, it's a change of plans. It's raining out here. It's raining pretty bad out here, so we ain't gonna play around with the rain all day. We ain't got time to be fighting no fire, so I'm gonna just let it roll, probably about 275. Let it go low and slow, and I'll come back out here and check it on it probably about another 40 minutes or so. Baste it again, and like I said, until we get to 145 degrees internal. So I'll check with you in a minute. Well, folks, we had to go hot and fast. My grill got up to about 375. I didn't have to worry about the rain. So what I did is I flipped them over, basted them again, and they're good to go. They're good to go. I got them temping out at about 145. Perfect. So we're going to take them off, and I'll meet you inside the trailer. Alright, folks, I took them off. I'm letting them rest on a piece of butcher paper, but they look delicious. They smell really good. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take some of my seasoning and go ahead and dust them again, just on the back side. Dust them while they're nice and warm. That's it. Quick little dust on them. We'll let them sit up for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll slice them up. All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this tenderloin up. It actually came out really nice. They look beautiful. Check it out. Is that thing not beautiful? Look at that. Beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is cut them up. I don't know if you guys can see me cutting them up. I'm going to attempt to hold my camera in place so you can see it. Sorry for all this bad camera work. I need to get a tripod. Anyway, let me go ahead and cut it up. Cutting it on a bias, on an angle. Like I said, I took it to 145 degrees internal. I've got it sitting on the top of a piece of butcher paper. I'm all about easy cleanup, man. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. And again, excuse me for not having no gloves on, man, but you know, this ain't no catering event. We're eating this at home, so I'm gonna cut it all up, fan it out, and I'll show you how we'll end this up. It came out beautiful. Probably about 30 minutes to get it to about 145. Like I said, I was running about 375. Lump charcoal is all I run. I don't run the briquettes over some pecan and hickory chips. Alright, so what I have here is some compound butter. It's a compound butter that I like to put on my grilled meats. What I'm going to do is take my brush. It's a compound butter loaded with garlic. Take my brush and run on the bias. Just a pretty little line on the plate, man. I'm just trying to dress it up a little bit. That's all. Matter of fact, we'll run 2 of them. Run like that. That's all. We'll run 3 of them. No, we'll go 3. All right. So I'm just trying to dress it up. I'm going to take this beautiful pork tenderloin and fan it out on this plate. And like I say, it came out Really, 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 really good. I mean, juicy. Look at that. Juicy. Well, let me hurry this up because I got a hungry group of folk in there. But I'm just going to fan it out nice and pretty, man. I'm all about the decorative, man. Alright, one last one. And there we go. Beautiful. You wash my hands up, and I'll give you a look-see. That's what we have right here. And you know what? Let's go emerald on that thing, man. Let's take a little bit of this and go put a little bam on it. We'll hit it again with a little olive oil just to give it a little color, just to give it a little sheen and dress it up. And here it is. Beautiful mustard crusted tenderloin. The mustard had garlic and Italian seasoning and rosemary and all kind of stuff in it, man. Beautiful crust on it. And as you can tell, it's cooked perfectly to 145 degrees. I dressed the plate up with a little herb butter that I use on all my hot meats and a little olive oil, and you know, hit it with a little bit of bam. So there we go, man. Some beautiful pork tenderloin, cooked to 145 degrees internal, cooked over lump charcoal, hickory and pecan chips, and that's how we do it over here at the Rolling Grill, man. So get out there, cook something, get inspired, man. Whatever it is, just don't sit around the house and do nothing. Catch you next time at the pit.